Well, Facebook is definitely popular with the kids, but most kids have cell phones. And if yours does, then perhaps they know about cell phone etiquette, or maybe not. Before you send your child out into the world with this mobile communication device, there are a few things that you might want to teach them. Michelle Cimino, mom and author of Cell Phone Etiquette, Observations from a Mom, joins us live in studio this morning with some advice. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning.
This is a tough thing. I mean, first, we just talked about when do you first give them the cell phone, and then when you do, what rules should you establish, or what should you teach them about etiquette?
Absolutely. You know, that was our first problem. We spent so much time trying to find out the best phone for our kids that we didn't set any rules.
Yeah, and then you just hand it over, and there have to
Right.
be some rules that go with it.
And then all of a sudden, we're just constantly on our kids setting these rules that were just crazy. I didn't have any guidance before.
Okay, so do you consider these just nice? I think of etiquette as, oh, the nice thing to do, or some pretty serious rules that you put with the phone?
They could be as simple as, you know, don't bring your cell phone to the dinner table. That's probably the best one.
Okay.
Then, of course, they go all the way to the severe ones where, you know, don't take any inappropriate pictures.
Sure. And then setting some rules, perhaps if you do these things, the phone goes away.
Exactly. And you know what? It's a great bargaining tool.
We always have to have those as parents, don't we?
Absolutely.
Let's give some of those rules then that you just mentioned. First of all, the dinner table. You also say don't text in class.
Correct. You know, teachers are onto these kids now, and they're very talented. They can text within the pockets of their hoodie. So they don't even have to be looking at the keys anymore.
Really?
Yes.
That's talent for sure.
It is.
Another biggie, and this should apply to anyone, not just teenagers, but while driving.
Right.
I mean, driving as a teenager is difficult enough. They might not think so, but you need to focus on the road.
Absolutely, and it's very tempting to want to check that message when you see your light flashing or you hear it ring or whatever, and especially with legislation changes.
I like this one. This is a good one. Don't text anything that you don't have the guts to say in person. My mom always used to say, don't say it behind someone's back unless you're willing to say it in person. Same thing with texting.
Well, yeah, we've created this safety net where it's very comfortable to just say whatever you want to say without really checking to see, is that harsh? Can that be harsh when they read that? Are they going to take it the wrong way?
Or are they going to copy it and send it to someone else, and then it has my name attached with it?
Absolutely.
Okay, also, I think you mentioned this, but talk a little bit more about it. What's inappropriate? What is appropriate? We're hearing a lot about this with the term called sexting.
Right. Now, that term kind of came out after my book was published, so I didn't get to throw that in there.
But it goes right along with the rule that you have on do not text or accept inappropriate pictures, and then talk about what appropriate and inappropriate would be.
Right. There's so many kids that are taking nude photographs of themselves.
Scary.
And the sad part is they think they're forwarding it to one person. But what happens is that one person forwards it to everybody in their contact list. And that's where it starts to escalate. Maybe it becomes on Facebook or MySpace or one of those places.
It's such a different world from when we were kids, and they just don't realize the impact of that. What rules then do you suggest? Everyone has different values that you might enact if you find some of these things happening. Take the phone away. I mean, that's harsh too, because we need that communication with our kids.
Right. It is fabulous. I definitely love the ability to get a hold of my kids. And it's so convenient to be able to text somebody without disrupting too much of what's going on. However, you know, I think it's a great idea when you give the gift of the phone and they're so excited. This is these kids' lifelines. They love having their cell phone. So I think just a few simple things. I would have never thought I would have had to tell my daughter not to take an inappropriate picture.
It
would have never dawned on me. That's why I wrote the book.
I have a friend who says, the phone is mine, I let you use it, but anytime I want to pick it up, it's mine. I can read it, I can see it. Do you think that's going too far?
You know, I think that has to go with family to family. I really do. Sometimes I think there needs to be, it's almost like reading somebody's diary.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty personal.
It is. So I think it kind of has to be the type of relationship you have with your kid.
Yeah.
And what is boundaries and what isn't.
That's like being a Facebook friend with your kids.
Exactly.
It's a whole topic for a whole other day.
A whole other book.
That can be your next book.
That's right.
Michelle, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Some great advice. The book is called Cell Phone Etiquette, Observations from a Mom, and it's available now in bookstores. Coming up, we're going to have more news.